What's up, YouTube and Rumble? It's your boy Maverick Raven coming at you with another video. And man, the twins are at it again, man. The Hodge twins are at it again, as you can see them on screen. They're reacting to a bad example, I guess, of policing. And this was sent to me, and I watched it. It's gonna be a bit of a long video, you guys. So strap in if you guys are, wanting to see something like this. Um, it's a pretty bad one, dude. This is a pretty bad one, and this is gonna be my fourth video, of a former police officer. That'd be me doing doing a reaction to poor policing, man. And it's sad that there's been 4 instances of this, but I'm sure there won't be more. I'm sure there's gonna be more. So luckily, the guy didn't get seriously hurt, and he's probably going to get paid millions of dollars here because this was pretty bad. So let's check this out. But before we do, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. All that stuff really helps out the channel. Plus, we'd love to have you be the newest member of the flock. The flock's for life. So come check us out, guys. We'd love to have you. The air is for everyone. Now, let me get my can so we can get at this. And those of you that are, veterans on the channel, you guys know that I'm really pro officer safety, and that's one of the things that they're big on in the academy, and big on your FTO phases and all that, your field training officer phases. These are cops that have been on the job a few years at least, and they've taken courses on how to train, young rookie cops. Well, I shouldn't say young, because at this age, at this point, they were letting them in at 40 and everything. So yeah, rookie cops, but yeah, man, we're gonna check this out. Let's see how this goes.
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right? Okay. And then I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, okay. There's multiple people headlights off, first of all, and then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
That's a window punch that he was using.
Exit the vehicle now.
I'm sure it's got another name for it, but that's what we call a window punch. This thing that basically you hit it, and it's supposed to crack the window in a safe way. As you can see, it did. What the fuck? I forgot about that.
Damn good show. But before we get to this video, don't forget.
That was crazy.
Before we get to today's video,
Yeah, it
don't
was.
forget about our new giveaway. F-250 King Ranch and $10,000 in cash, and it comes with a camper. Get it in the win. Just go to my website, officialhorsetwins.com. Anything you buy on the site, like my coffee, beef tallow, any of my VIP, you get all kinds of deals and all kinds of entries for our giveaways.
Yeah. All right, so
And
this dude
F-250
gets pulled
be
over.
nice
I guess
right
it was
now, right?
raining.
Yeah.
He didn't have his headlights on.
And his window is not working. So they're asking him to get out of the vehicle, right?
Yeah.
I would have just stepped out of my vehicle.
Yeah, I would have.
That's what I would have did.
Yeah, but we
Cop
saw.
pull me over.
We Uncle Tom's though.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not gonna win an argument.
they're always doing that that shit, man. That's hilarious.
With the cop right there. when you
Yeah,
get-
I would have stepped out. But they
Step
pulled him
out.
over because he didn't have his headlights off because it was raining. Right now, I don't see it's raining. It looks bright outside, but they said you still need to have your headlights on. So that's the justification for the stop.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
I think what the officer meant is that you're supposed to have, that doesn't matter, as in now it looks like it's not raining, but before, when the officer said it's raining, it for sure was raining. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, who's a fellow officer going to believe? A subject in a car, in the middle of a traffic stop, or his brothers and sisters that do the job and they sweat in the trenches every day for it, or with, I should say.
don't see what's all this.
It's no fog or anything.
But I don't see any justification for them breaking his window and
Yeah.
punching him in the face. Okay, he wouldn't get out of his vehicle. Okay, break your window. what's the punch for? Because he's not throwing punches.
Yeah, unlock the door and open the door and tell him to step out.
Yeah. So I
can understand a cop punching.
Here's the thing. At least in Florida, I don't know where this is, but in Florida, it used to be that refusing to sign a ticket or refusing to get out of the car was enough. That's it. You're going. I don't think that that's enough. I don't think that that's enough anymore. It's been a minute since I've been a police officer, but I don't think that's enough anymore in Florida to basically pull the guy out of the car and, you know, arrest him. But you gotta be reasonable, dude. And obviously the guy at one point opened the door, right? So you probably can get him to open the door again. He asked for a supervisor. I know it's like a stupid stall tactic, you know, it's a tactic that kind of diverts from the attention of what is, you know, what could be super quick. But you gotta do it, bro. You gotta call the sergeant over, the lieutenant if you're the sergeant, and you gotta get him in, bro. You gotta get him in, and you gotta go, look, you know, this is what I have, LT, or this is what I have, Sarge, and this is the way it happened. Because now you're breaking windows, and what's gonna happen? You think he's just gonna pay for that out of his pocket? No. The city or the county is going to pay, or the state, whatever, you know, whatever the jurisdiction is for the agency, but they're going to pay for it. And then you're going to look like an asshole. So I just don't like it. I don't like it. Were you once upon a time allowed to do it in Florida? Yes. Would every supervisor have reacted happily and like, oh yeah, you did the right thing because the law says? No, not at all. As a matter of fact, one supervisor, who I'm not going to name, Rudy, literally made me unarrest someone that refused to sign a ticket no matter how many chances I gave him. She literally told me just unarrest him. I was like, cool. Thanks, LT. Appreciate that.
In the face of peace after he broke his window, he's doing this. Yeah. But that was a cheap shot.
Yeah, it was.
That was a sucker punch.
Cold cocked the shit out of him.
All right, let's see what happens.
Vehicle.
He took it though.
Show me your hands. Here.
He tanked it. Don't do that. They say show me your hands. You don't go here and then make another sudden movement and put them down. You just go here. Can I put them on the steering wheel? Can I put them down? You ask questions. And I know that sounds like, oh, what, do cops think that they're the boss? They are the boss when they're on scene, bro. Like, people want to get into this litigation, you know, on the scene with the, no, I know the law better than you and this and that. You're not going to win on the fucking scene, bro. Just comply so that you don't get your ass beat. You know? And I'm not saying that you should get your ass beat, but let's be real. There are some bad cops that either are bad people or they just don't have the temperament to be doing this job.
I'm here. What is your reason?
All this is not good.
They told you
That's
why
not
they're
good.
doing this because your headlights wasn't on.
Yeah.
It seems a bit excessive to me.
Yeah,
but
it
they're
is,
the cops
yeah.
do what they say.
That
got out.
Cops
Yeah.
don't tell everybody to get
See?
a call, but certain people they will tell to get out of the car, especially if you're being complicated.
Who's being complicated? Him or the cops? It's like not having your head. Why don't they just write a ticket?
Huh? Yeah.
Just write a ticket.
Yeah, but his window doesn't work.
Yep.
So I guess they're having a hard time communicating to him. So the other officer went around. They said, well, they want you to step out of the car because your window doesn't work. So,
Okay.
I don't know.
What is your reason? Step out now. All right. No, don't. Get on the ground.
I see one more punch at least.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. I'm resisting. Hands behind your back.
Was he resisting though, or was he just a body reaction when you get punched in the face?
He was putting his hands behind his back, though.
They tell you in the academy to say, if the subject is resisting even a little bit, to say, stop resisting, stop resisting. That's part of the training. Supposedly, it helps people to stop, doing what they're doing. Honestly, between us, it's meant to basically sound good later on, because then later on, people go, "Oh no, that guy was resisting." That's my opinion, though. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Why do you got to get on the ground to put your hands?
I mean,
I don't think it
it's like
works
in the face
for
of your
people.
natural reaction.
You're getting hit.
Yeah.
And when you do like this,
Yeah.
you're resistant.
Yeah, see? He's
You're the
right.
cops.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what he
You
said.
just said it. You okay?
No, put your hands up. Stop resisting. You're resisting.
Stop resisting.
Yeah, this is a
Well, when you see him,
Kinda what I was saying.
put his hands behind his back, but they wanted him to get on the ground and put his hand on.
Oh,
behind
so
his
they
back.
flexing.
Yeah. You can say that.
That's a pissed off police officer. Popo. You don't want that in your life. You don't want the popo.
What's wrong with you?
I was putting my hands behind my back.
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking.
Shit, bro. I was doing it, bro. What's going on, man?
You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
No, bro.
Yes, bro.
You
Yes.
have a lawful reason,
Big
bro.
knife center in here too.
The black guys. It's just another day on the job.
You gonna throw me wrong like that, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off of you, bro. Yeah.
All right, the cops are being condescending, calling him bro. But he's
Yeah.
calling him bro, but that's a cultural thing. That's why black people say bro.
That's so irritating when I hear people. They say
Bro,
bro,
bro.
every 5 seconds.
Yeah. So the cops irritated.
It's irritating. It's
Yeah.
irritating. Hey, bro, what you doing, bro? Hey, stop it, bro. Whoa, what's all this, bro? I hate that. Like my kids starting to set up and say, look, while you in my house, stop saying that.
Yeah.
I say bro all the time, dude. Sometimes bro is an exclamation. Sometimes it's a statement. Sometimes it's a comment. It's all sorts of different things, bro. See? Right there.
It's irritating.
Yeah,
It is
it's,
irritating. I apologize. Can't do anything about it.
Regular conversation with y'all, bro.
That's not how it works.
Too late. It ain't no too late.
When they ask you to step out of the vehicle, you should have done that. Sir, you're
You should have did that. That's the black guy. You saw. You can tell when the black guy's talking.
Yeah, should have just. I think they were overzealous, but if you'd have stepped out
Yeah.
of the car, it would have prevented all this.
Yeah.
partner didn't even ask. Your
marijuana
partner
in his
didn't-
right pocket.
Yes, it is.
So why close the door if you see him pull up?
Because, man, what you mean? He talking about arresting me and stuff, bro. I didn't do nothing.
It's called resisting, idiot.
I didn't.
Did you hear that?
Resisting.
It's called resisting.
Idiot.
Did you hear
They
what
called
they
him
said?
an
They
idiot.
said he shut his door.
Yeah, but what is he resisting?
Without
Resisting arrest is a secondary charge. You got
No, I don't know how it works in other states, but in Florida, resisting without can be the only charge. That's what back in the day, again, it's not like this anymore, but back in the day in Florida, it used to be illegal to not write, it was criminal to say, no, I don't want to sign this traffic ticket. If you refuse, you could get arrested. Well, that's the same thing. Well, I shouldn't say criminal, but it's a traffic infringement that ends up in your arrest. But no, I think it is classified, or was classified as criminal. No, it definitely was classified as criminal because it's an arrest. So, and not all arrests, obviously, not all arrests are criminal. There's some things that exist called detainments, but when you're detaining someone, it's very temporary. So I don't know, man. I don't know. In my experience, as long as they make you do something extra that is trying to defeat you at doing your job, that's resisting without violence.
You gotta have an arrestable offense.
Yeah.
Is the arrestable offense
No.
not having your headlights on?
no, of course not.
So you cannot arrest somebody for resisting arrest if you don't have an arrestable offense.
Yeah, it's a secondary charge.
No.
So they pretty much, because he refused to get out of the car, he's not unarrested at that point. He steps out of his car after he bashed his window, and because he didn't go to the ground and put his hands behind his back, they're saying that's resisting.
No, it's a secondary charge.
Yeah, but he's just being detained.
He's resisting.
I really don't know why this secondary charge nonsense. I mean, I don't know how it is outside of Florida, but it's not like I've been policing all over the country. But in Florida, this secondary charge nonsense. As a matter of fact, they would literally tell you in the academy, don't overuse resisting without, because they are going to change the statute to make it more restrictive. Excuse me. Jeez, what the hell's wrong with me? They're going to make it more restrictive, and that's going to make it harder for you to do your job. So,
Detainment, I guess, but he's not a
You can't resist detainment.
I mean, I guess you can, but I didn't get that from
Can't
you.
do nothing wrong, sir. Can you back?
that's actually a perfect example right there. You're detaining someone, they resist, now they're under arrest. What's the primary charge? Now, yeah, you're going to say, "Oh, well, what is he being detained for?" Yeah, but if you're detaining someone, let's say I'm detaining someone to do a traffic stop, you know, and along the traffic stop, excuse me, you do a traffic stop, along the traffic stop, you figure, "Oh man, this guy, I think he's intoxicated." Now this person is he's detained because I want to do a roadside exam to make sure that he's capable of getting back into the seat of the car and driving away safely. So that's under detainment, right? But if that guy starts acting weird and nasty and whatever, and he starts trying to defeat my efforts to give him that exam, there you go, resisting without. But then he ends up being sober. Was he DUI? Or DWI, whatever the state it is that you're in? No.
Get me up to the car so I can clean up.
We'll stop real quick. Yeah, that term detain and arrest is totally two different terms.
Yeah.
Like when you detain, there's a lot of
They just investigate you.
yeah. But you
Because you could, and I just want to expand on that. Because you could detain the guy, and then he could start complying, and this is just hypothetically. He could start complying, and then you say, "Okay, well, guess what? You know, you're not DUI, but you're still under arrest for the fact that you made my life a living hell to give you this exam." You know, that type of thing. So hypothetically, I think that's the way it would work.
are being held against your will.
Yeah, but it's not actually an arrest.
King Ranch.
Yeah, but you can't.
Detained,
Yeah.
they're looking for an arrestable offense.
Right.
Right.
We need,
All right, so this was covered by the local news, and they go into detail exactly what happened.
A video appearing to show an aggressive arrest.
I'm surprised that they don't have. Yeah, they don't have a star on their I guess obviously they're deputies, and they don't have a star on their badge. Usually you have a sheriff's star.
Right here in Jacksonville. It has
Mine
garnered
did.
hundreds of thousands of views on social media today. And we want to show you what we're talking about.
Ben Crump and Harry Daniels. That's Ben Crump. He's always he's the ambulance chasing attorney for black people.
Right.
But anyway, I
Yep.
will say this about this black guy. I don't think the cops had any right to treat him that way.
Right.
But
Yes.
this black guy's provoking. He's looking to get paid.
Yeah.
And the cops fell right into it.
Yup.
You didn't have to punch him in the face.
Keith is 100% right here, bro. He's 100% right. He's 100% right. And they fell into if it was like like some mastermind, then what a genius dude. The guy driving is a genius, and he's gonna get paid. And these dumb cops just fell into the trap of poor policing, bro. Poor policing, because he got hit for no reason at this point right here that they're showing on camera.
You didn't have to do any of that.
Didn't have to take him to the ground.
Yeah, but y'all fell right into this black dude's trap.
Yeah.
Because this is what they do. They provoke you.
Right.
This is
But,
the video.
You know what? Before
This
you start the video, did they have a right to stop him?
Well, he didn't have his headlights on. They came up with something.
It's daytime.
It's not rated. Yeah, but you see my point?
Yeah.
He's playing the game,
right.
right?
The cops are playing the game too, I think.
But maybe he's just standing up for his Fourth Amendment rights too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's not playing the game, but he knows he's provoking them.
Yeah.
But the cops should have seen right through this. Now you're gonna get this dude money.
Oh, he's
for
getting
what?
paid. He's getting paid.
I mean, why?
Yes, he
why
is.
Why you take the
A lot,
the
too.
taxpayers to pay for
Millions, I bet.
your stupidity on the job. Why you do that to the taxpayers? That's all I'm saying.
Lose your
This
career.
man is 22-year-old William McNeil Jr. He was caught on camera getting his
Bam.
window.
He know what he doing.
Yeah. But man, did you think he anticipated getting punched
Yeah. He knew that was
that
coming.
fast?
Yeah, he knew it was coming.
Broken by some Jacksonville sheriff's officers while they this was a traffic stop, and then he's punched in the face at least twice during the course of this video. The Jacksonville sheriff's office telling us that McNeil
Right
was
there.
pulled over
Yeah,
for not having his headlights on while it was raining. McNeil refusing to get out of the car when told to by police officers. Now, within the last 2 hours, we're learning McNeil, the driver, hired 2 high-profile civil rights attorneys, and that's where our Zach Wilcox comes in. He's joining us in the studio tonight. And Zach, you spoke to one of the attorneys.
Yeah, Jess, I talked with Harry Daniels, one of the attorneys that he brought in, who said he feels the officers were out of control here, and he feels the only person who was in control in this situation was McNeil. Now, Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters announced the agency is investigating the video to figure out the circumstances of what happened. And with that context, let's take a look.
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right?
The video from this past February.
That's why they asked him to get out of the vehicle. His window don't
He
work.
opened his door because his window don't work. I guess they got into a little a verbal altercation. Then he shut his door.
Yeah.
Then that's when everything escalated.
Yeah. He should have just got out.
Begins with William McNeil Jr. explaining to a
Yes, please, just get out. It would make everybody's life infinitely easier. Because the thing is, bro, let's be real here. You're probably just making a good police officer's day a little bit worse for no reason. You know you're going to get out anyways. There's no such thing as defeating the police officer. They're like the biggest, army in the world practically, right? Because when an AOA comes out, which is an assist other agency call comes out, every police officer in the area helps. So you're not going to defeat the police officers. You leave, you run out, you exit. You try to exit the scene with your vehicle, thinking you're going to escape, whatever. They're going to put it out. The dispatch is going to put it out through all the freaking AOA agency. I don't know if they call it a task force anymore, but they call it a mini tac, and then everybody that's on the pursuit goes to the mini tac, which stands for mini tactical, I believe. Station on your radio again back then, and you would just all be communicating, because if not, the dispatchers would literally have to be relaying everything between agencies, which for a lot of the time they do have to do that. But can you imagine if it's like 3 different police departments trying to get one car, and it's like, okay, Miami Gardens is now on the radio, and then they're speaking to their dispatcher, and then Miami Gardens dispatcher is now speaking to the dispatcher in Miami-Dade, which it's just a disaster, bro. And then Miami-Dade's dispatcher is now speaking to the officers for Miami-Dade. But that's not enough, because you got you got a third agency. It's just a disaster, bro. And 3 agencies following one person happens. It could happen. It could be, for example, in Florida, it could be FHP, it could be the deputy sheriffs, and a local municipality. Boom, right there.
Jacksonville Sheriff's officer, who you can't see on camera, that an officer pulled him over for not having his headlights on.
There's no rain.
It doesn't matter.
I asked First Coast News crime and safety analyst Ken Jefferson about the headlights law.
Don't matter.
What was the probable cause for the stop? The statute for pulling someone over for driving without your headlights is if it's foggy, if it's smoky, or if it's raining, or if there's any kind of precipitation. Based on the video that I watched, it looked as though the sun was out.
McNeil then asks to see the law, and the officer says he'll show it to him when he agrees to step out of the car.
If an officer asks you to get out of your car on a traffic stop, just comply.
You see that cop car go by? Did it have its lights on? Let me see. Let me see.
McNeil then asks to see the law, and the officer says he'll show it to him when he agrees to step out of the car.
Okay.
If an
Yeah, he's got his lights on. Yeah, well, he's got his sirens on, but his headlights, it's his headlights on. You couldn't really see it.
Right. Yeah.
Officer asks you to get out of your car on a traffic stop, just comply.
Exactly.
You're not going to win an argument on the street with an officer, so don't go back and forth with them.
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
Hey,
Show me your hands.
Here.
that is rough.
I'm here. What is your reason?
And another officer safety aspect of this is maybe he hit him thinking, okay, I need to hit him to keep him off balance so that I can open the door. But then it takes forever to open the door. So like there's just so little justification here, you know what I mean? Like if the guy starts getting violent, okay, then if the guy starts, looking like he's gonna shift gears and drive off, okay, now I get it. But you know what I mean? Like, and not because of anything other than officer safety. Because if the guy's gonna put it into gear and get the hell out of there, chances are he's gonna hurt a cop. So you've got to stop that.
Sir, what is your reason?
You don't. He already told you your reason. You know it.
Why did you use that type of force when a person is not being combated, physically combated, or actually resisting you physically?
Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters.
I have to agree with that, but I would say that the hits are probably just way too far, bro. Just way too far.
Issued a statement saying in part, quote, "We have launched an internal investigation into it and the circumstances surrounding this incident. We hold our officers to the highest standards and are committed to thoroughly determining exactly what occurred."
Exit the vehicle now.
The driver's attorney, Harry Daniels, says it took months for his client to recover.
His tooth went through his lip at some point and he had to get stitches. Been slammed on the ground. He suffered a closed head injury.
I asked Daniels what the ideal outcome would be now that his law firm is involved in the case.
The officer that punched and beat him, the ones who watching it.
And he's punching him. His hands are behind his back and he's still punching. That's a multi-million-dollar lawsuit.
Yeah.
They are going to
should
settle.
be held to the same rule of law that everybody else is held to. So arrest and prosecution, that's a perfect world.
A spokesperson with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office told me he wasn't aware of any official complaints filed with the department for this incident. Daniels says they'll likely host a press conference this week, which we'll make sure to share with you. Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.
Yeah, I mean, he should have just
For this
stepped out of the
incident,
vehicle.
Daniels says they'll
I'm
likely
gonna
host
look out for that
the
press
police officers
conference
had
and see
any
what
right
they say.
treating him like that. No, they didn't. That's going. He's
Yeah.
going.
I'm gonna be looking out for that press conference to see what they say.
He's going to get millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nuts. Yeah. That was me. I'd have stepped out of the car. But he didn't feel it was right. He went back and forth with the cops and
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. He lost a tooth. It went through his lip, you said?
Well, it's black people, we got big lips, so
What?
whenever I get in a fight, my big lip gets in the way. It's always
Yo.
up and bleeding and everything.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
You could have got out the car, but that
No,
does not justify those cops doing what they did.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
Yeah, he wasn't physical. He wasn't combative or anything. They were combative.
He was a pain in the ass, but
See, he was flexing on them.
Mhm.
yeah.
And then when you do that, you step on a cop's ego, they're gonna flex back.
Right.
A lot of times when cops lose control of their anger, they end up doing this, and now he's gonna get paid.
Yeah, he's getting paid.
You see, what's this? He come off his
That's
A gay lesbian?
probably a Jamaican
exactly what it is.
theme.
Her name might just be effeminate.
Those look like Jamaica colors.
Well, time to get paid.
Well, no, not Jamaica colors. Caribbean colors. So there you have it, you guys. Sadly, another episode of Former Cop Reacts to Poor Policing. Tell me what you guys think down below. Were the police officers, excuse me, in the wrong? I think they were. I think they were excessive. Let me know what you guys think. There's a comment section down there. Use it. It's there for a reason. And yeah, you guys, consider subscribing. Consider hitting that like. It helps out the algorithm and it gives me a nice dopamine hit and it lets me know that I'm, on the right track. So thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate it. As always, you guys, stay safe and stay based.